Hey everybody, it's Doug Green and I'm the publisher of Technology Reseller News, and I'm very pleased to have with us John Lund of Entresmart. John, thank you for joining us today.
It's great to be here.
So we're live streaming here at the beautiful IQ Metrics Summit X in Scottsdale. This is the first time they've done this, I think, in about 4 or 5 years, which is really interesting. Of course, the big topic of the day is AI, as is in many different places.
For sure.
And John, you just got off the stage, literally.
Yes.
And your topic was spiraling upward. What does that mean?
You know, I've been on this 2-year journey kind of since ChatGPT came out, and the term spiraling upward is what I got to see once a company activated on AI. Like all of a sudden, their AI committee, their team, they started spiraling upward in everything they did, and the joy was interesting to watch. I liked the joy of it, the collaboration that it created, the human connections that it created by using AI was great. Versus there's automatically some people who are thinking like AI is scary.
Yeah.
AI is like, it's going to take my job. AI is going to make us not connect as much because the computers are going to do everything. What I found is if you walk people through the process and you get people to do it and they start to lean into it, it really starts feeling like a winning streak or a spiraling upward. And I use the term spiraling, like all of a sudden people are like, oh, what about this? What about that? And,
Right.
and it's like the ideas start to spiral upward and you get more momentum and speed when you activate AI properly inside a company. So it's been really good, and I felt really lucky to be back at the IQ Summit here to see a bunch of old friends and be a part of communicating what I've been doing for the last couple of years with companies.
You know, John, as I go to many companies, and no matter what the target group is, and no matter why people have assembled, AI this year and last year has been the big thing. Everyone seems to fall into two camps: great optimists and I don't want to say pessimists, but people who are don't see brighter days for lots of things. Like you were just saying, job loss and so on and so forth. But yours is a very optimistic message.
Very optimistic, and that's actually through experience, right? So my original experience, I think I probably had a tough start when I started working with AI with my clients, is because they were in a situation of that's my job, that's this, and people got nervous and scared. And what we realized is we have to do it a little differently. We have to understand and coach a smaller group. So my committees I work with are between 3 and 30 people inside a company. And we get them to get excited about it and see that actually for every one thing that it's letting, we call them digital teammates. It's seems like a safer word than AI. The digital teammate to do, and it's even better when they name them, by the way. Like we have one named Max. The digital teammate to do this work, it allows people to do other work. And what we're finding is it's about a 10-to-1 ratio, actually. For every one thing that they're stopping doing, there's 10 more value things that they are doing. And they're getting excited about that. But we need to start that in a kind of an incubator inside the company to get people to lean in, and then other people to start hearing about it. And they start going, what do you mean you got to do this? Yeah, I got to do this. And again, they lean in, and people want to lean in and learn more versus the initial reaction is like, oh, kind of stay away. And that's negative. So we do want people in that original group to be kind of curious, optimistic, and kind of have a determination to kind of push through, because AI is not a magic pill. It takes some work. It takes some effort. It's a lot like a new employee. They're not perfect day one.
Right.
You need to coach them and mentor and tune them and get them better. That's what AI is all about. And getting the emotional side of this right is critical.
Now, it seems when I talk to people that are talking about AI in relationship to retail, the ultimate purpose of this is to create sort of very unique experiences.
Yes.
Reasons to come to the store.
Yes. What's going to make great about coming to the store is, there's some really neat ways, and retail's got there's some real easy stuff to do, like in the set as a retail before going into the store, like doing things around leases and hyper marketing. Like if you're in a small town that has a great football team and you want to grab every night there's the scores and highlights of the high school and get it into your social post at a local level, you can do that for community. But I think the real magic is that a real experience inside the store where you can work with people, the sales reps, the people inside the store, and get them to be way more intelligent, again, kind of the spiraling upward, by having real role playing in a safe and expected way. I talk about record your best, train the rest, and they'll all become your best. And we all love great retail experiences.
Right. And this seems to be an interesting theme I've been hearing. In fact, we were talking earlier with Trish Sale and some other people that, the days of just walking into the store and buying your cell phone and walking out, that sort of cozy old model, that's long gone.
Yes.
The organizations that are out there doing retail need to have, it needs to be a place you want to come to.
Yeah. You want to be able to come there. You want to make it feel comfortable when you walk in. You want the staff obviously be knowledgeable. There's the basics of like good location that matters. You want to feel part of the community, and actually the AI can really help with that. They can really help you make people much more comfortable. You can have a daily update every day generated by AI that every rep in the store knows what happened in the town yesterday, knows what happened in the
Wow.
neighborhood yesterday, right? Well, now they have 1 minute of like, hey, here's what's going on. Here's the new product, and here's a couple people selling it in their ear before they walk onto the floor. Because what retail sales staff had, if I said, hey, a customer walks in, you go, tell me about this, and they don't know what it is yet, now it's a bad experience for both. The retail sales rep is like, oh,
Right.
I didn't do, and then the customer's like, this person didn't know enough. Well, now there's simple ways to get that message out to every one of those retailers. 5 minutes before, they can just listen and here's what it is. Here's the key couple things. Here's a good way to position that. Tell the story about the product. People love stories, and it'll be a better experience for everyone.
John, I think you just nailed it. I don't know. I think probably everyone watching this, just as a person, at some point has walked into something, and you know more than
Yes,
the person that's standing there, and it's very disappointing.
it's super disappointing. I was in this industry for 21 years, selling products and all that kind of stuff. It's impossible for everyone to know all the products when they're coming so fast because of the way it used to have to happen. But now people can actually know the key features and do it because right now the consumer might have spent 2 hours researching it,
Right.
right? Well,
Right.
that's going to be more challenging. But now we can really ask those right questions. We also ask the right discovery questions to make the customer feel confident that there's knowledge there and share back and forth and have a good experience. And that's what it's all about, is that human connection. And like I said, being part of your local retailer, your local store, your local community. It's a fun way to learn and grow.
So I guess that's usually my big question. Almost all the podcasts say, "Can you do this? Is there a practical road from here to there?"
Absolutely, there is, and I did it through trial and error with my clients. Right, is what we had to do is really start with the basics. So typically, when we go in and identify possibilities, we'll find 30 to 100 possibilities of what they could start to use with AI. But instead of focusing on the big, huge opportunities, what we do is focus on these little quick wins. These little things that make people start to go, "This is fun. This gives me joy. This gives me excitement." So we start with these little things that either ROI really quickly or literally just give time or joy and make people go, "Oh, I want more. I want more." You go through this feeling of it's not perfect because it's not, but then you get to the other side, and then people are like, "Yeah, give me more of that." So yes, there's actually a practical approach. It does take some time. It's not a magic pill. It's not turn it on and everyone's magical. You have to work through AI, just like a new employee, coaching and mentoring and getting them to be great at what they do. So yes, it's completely possible, and I enjoy doing it and helping these people spiral upward.
Is there anything else you want to share with us? I know you made a presentation; it was long, but is there any other tips or ideas for today?
There's some great we have it on our website at entresmart.com and whatever, but there's just some great tools out there. What I would just say to everyone is lean into it, enjoy the AI ride. It's okay to be a little nervous, but it's better to be optimistic and go for it. So uh, I just really passionate about it, and it's fun to share. My create conversation, inspire growth is my personal mantra, and
And
I've been enjoying doing it.
is this one of those things where it's a new technology, you're using it? Don't feel afraid to just, you may not, the first time you roll it out, it's going to be a little touch and go, but
No,
do it again, do it again.
yeah. Josh, one of the other speakers here at the IQ, talked about old Japanese proverb, I guess: 7 times you fall down, 8 times you got to stand up.
Right,
That fits perfectly with this. That's what it's going to feel like.
right.
You're going to fall
And
down.
you're not going to get better at it if you don't even try,
Yeah,
right?
you got to try, and you got to keep going. You got to be optimistic.
Now, I'll put a not the sort of non-optimistic, if you don't do it, it could be perilous for you.
Yeah, I mean, the famous line going around is, AI is not going to put you out of business. People that use AI are going to put you better. If retailers create better experiences than your experience, if they have more knowledgeable staff than your staff, if you have anything else in that thing, people are going to naturally drift to the better retailer. That's the way that's going to work.
John, just one more thing. Is there one thing, when I look at conferences like this, is there something that you can go home and do even today to get started? Anything like that?
Absolutely. I mean, if you're a Microsoft house, Microsoft Copilot Studio is good. If you haven't played with Notebook LM, go play with Notebook LM and just go spend an hour. Just go spend
Just an
an
hour.
hour of just playing around with the tools and looking at the templates that are out there, and just pick one and just dive into it for 20 minutes. It's You'll get it. You'll
You-
get the bug. You'll automatically lean into things that'll make the most difference to you. So I'd recommend that.
Well, John, I really want to thank you for joining me today.
Thank
It's
you.
really interesting. Where can we learn more about Entresmart?
Entresmart.com, or find me at John Lund on LinkedIn. So John Lund Entresmart. You can find me on LinkedIn. That's usually the best way to connect with me.